none other than the sentencing of America's dad, Bill Cosby. So as you know, Bill Cosby was convicted of rape of 2004 encounter with an Andrea Constad. The sentencing was finally handed down today by a judge who declared that Bill Cosby was an aggressive sexual predator and would be needing treatment for the remainder of his life, regardless to what sentence he received. And we all know the sexual predator label is one that goes with you a lifetime. And that's the situation with Bill Cosby as far as this judge is concerned. To add more pain to Bill Cosby supporters, and actually people that are kind of numb at this point from all the media coverage this story has gotten, the sentence that was handed down today was a sentence that I don't think anybody's happy about. 3 to 10 years, Bill Cosby is sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison. Now, the defense was hoping that Bill Cosby would get an ankle bracelet and some type of stay-at-home type of situation. As we know that Bill Cosby is 81 years old, his health is not great, and they were hoping to get that type of a sentence where he would just be under some form of house arrest. Contrast that with the prosecutors who wanted 10 years, 10 years at least, 5 to 10 years in prison. Okay, so the 3 to 10 years is what the judge decided on. I guess you would say that the prosecutors succeeded. So Bill Cosby's been sentenced to 3 to 10 years in state prison for drugging and molesting a woman at his suburban Philadelphia home. Judge Stephen O'Neill sentenced Cosby on Tuesday, 5 months after his convictions in his first celebrity trial of the Me Too era. Prosecutors were seeking a sentence of 3 to 10, as we just stated. Now, we all know Bill Cosby was known as America's dad, and this has been a great fall from grace, if not the most epic falls from grace in recent history. I caution to say in all history. Now, I've had people contact me, and some of those people are friends of the show, and they wanted me to point out a couple things that they didn't like about the trial in specific. One being that we had a judge who wouldn't recuse himself. According to reports, this judge's wife was a very active counselor in the Me Too movement who donated to a group planning a protest at the courthouse. The judge didn't see that as a conflict of interest, that his wife was so strongly against Bill Cosby. So that's one thing. The other thing they wanted me to point out, the DA, an attorney trying to become a DA who ran on the idea that he would get Bill Cosby. That was his campaign slogan. I'll get Bill Cosby. I will bring him to justice. If you elect me, I will bring Bill Cosby to justice. So those things give a lot of people a very bitter taste in the back of their mouths. I stick to this. This is what I say about Bill Cosby. It's very unfortunate that there are many people who don't understand why black folks in America are very suspect of our criminal justice system. It's just a history of the country that you live in. At least become somewhat educated about the history of that country and the current state of this country. I mean, there have been reports done that prove that white guy gets convicted of the same crime as a black guy, same background, and the black person gets a lot more time. That's not to say that Bill Cosby is innocent or guilty. I don't know if he's innocent or guilty. To some, that's a radical statement to make, to say I don't know if he's innocent or guilty. He wasn't convicted of 60 cases of sexual misconduct. He was convicted of one case of sexual assault with one Andrea Constad. Did he commit that crime? I don't know. Neither does the rest of America. It just seems like we'll never be on the same page. We'll never truly understand one another. You can have your doubts about this case due to the fact that, you know, you like Bill Cosby for all the things he's done throughout his time as a celebrity, as a movie producer, as a show producer, I should say, as a philanthropist, all the great work he's done. You can still hold on to that. Whether or not he's a sex predator or not, you may not want to even deal with that. You don't know what to think, and you want to block that out of your mind. I just want you to know that, in my opinion, it's important that we respect those people who think he did do it and why they think so. There was a court, there was a trial, he was convicted. There were a number of accusations, And the thing that sticks in the back of my mind whenever I discuss Bill Cosby is, where did the idea come from? I said this a couple days ago. Where did the idea come from? Like, I'd heard about these allegations about Bill Cosby way before these were brought to light. There was a running joke among comedians that Bill Cosby drugged women and had his way with them. I want to know who started that. Was that based in reality? And this is way before any criminal proceedings, way before Hannibal Buress started, making that statement, made that statement in that nightclub that night. So what I'm saying is, I don't believe that came out of nowhere. You can shoot the messenger if you want. That's just what I believe. Was every one of these accusations true or not? I don't know. I don't think that every accusation is exactly remembered the way it occurred, but I do think there was something there. Be that as it may, this is a fall, the biggest fall ever, and I just want to see what happens with Harvey Weinstein. I just want to see what happens to Bill Clinton or Donald Trump or all these other people that have done these things. Is that crazy to think? We got to keep it real here. That's how I feel about it. You let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. It is what it is. Bill Cosby sentenced to 3 to 10 years. As always, we do not condone sexual molestation or sexual assault of anyone, be they male, female, doesn't matter. What we're talking about is the fall of a man, a fall of a dad, a fall of a person who gave a lot of money and did a lot of great things. And it's a tragedy for the people who say they are victims. It's a tragedy if that's true. And it's also a tragedy for his family, and actually a tragedy for anybody who's stuck in this thing where they're trying to figure out who's right, who's wrong. Because it does impact people. This guy, he put people through college. So, you can't be a good person and do bad things, right? You can't do that, right? All right, I'm going to get out of this because I know it's like, Tim, you're like all over the place. I know I'm all over the place. I just quit smoking. Give it up for that. But I'm going to be better soon. I'm getting a little bit better. What it is most people are not used to a non-corporate standpoint. Anybody who's certain about this, there's something wrong with them. How can you be certain about something you weren't at? How could you be certain either way? All I can say is I support victims and I support finding out the truth, and I guess the truth's been found out. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. If you know better than me, because it don't matter at this point unless he's going to appeal this case. All right, so I'm going to move on past Bill Cosby. And frankly, I'm kind of glad it's over with. It's such a divisive topic. People start talking out their butt. They think he raped 60 women. A lot of these cases were not rape. But people think that. They don't read. They don't read any of this stuff. There are cases in there, him brushing up against somebody in 1982. That was in there. So, it's crazy. But what he was convicted of, he paid a woman money. Her name was Andrea Constand. Now, people saying Trump had Michael Cohen pay off Stormy Daniels. I tell you, man, whenever I look at this case, man, it just gives me the Fred Sanford face, man. Every time I look at it, it's just... It's a hard case, man. It's a hard case.